You're doing great. All right.
The Mary, I was reading some of the stuff that you had given me.
Oh, on what I copied,
Yeah,
yeah.
and,
Hold on. Wait, open the meeting?
oh, sorry.
Anybody? Somebody? I'll open the meeting.
Okay, yeah.
Second. Can we do the pledge of allegiance?
Yeah, okay.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First one removed. You what? What's wrong? What is this?
Somebody's been talking for 22 minutes.
That's okay. Fine. I thought it was when I ran as a record and else. So we have a lot of stuff going on, but if we can review Article 5 together, and then, well, maybe I'm just winging it. At some point, you're gonna have to figure out who vice chair and chair are, and accept that you guys are good with it, me being the administrator, so that way I can do this stuff while I'm in the office. That's
Like,
okay.
you describe what Article 5 is real quick? Let me describe what Article 5 is real quick.
Yes, please. Yeah.
So, the town of St. Joe's, UJ has, two remaining items that it has to accomplish before it, can issue permits. First item is the development standards need to be adopted. And the second item is that you permitting, rates, and the process was established. So this is the development standards. It's a direct copy from the CAL with the changes associated with adapting it to what St. Joe's already accepted zoning ordinance is. And so the zones are aligned and coordinated appropriately for that purpose. That's all the changes that we made.
Just say, looking through this, this is pretty much like the couch and we're not gonna be using some of it. I mean, if you've read through any of it.
Well, you don't know that, but you have to have it
There-
available.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not like we should take anything out of this, is what I'm saying. I don't think that's.
Mhm.
I think we should leave it as is, so
Um,
that's my recommendation for the board.
so my thought process is, and I don't disagree with you at all, is that, if you guys are good with it, we can kind of read through it. And see if there's anything that you guys feel like needs change. Yes, I know it's huge. Yes, I know this is gonna suck. I will try to do the reading. If you want to take turns, what do you guys want to do?
Are you going to read by classification or are you going to read the whole classification? I mean, just like the title of and what it pertains to.
Let's just do like each number.
Right,
And if somebody has changes.
and just the title and what it is, and then if
that's
you want to
something.
discuss it, that works. Okay.
So, I didn't see anything in 501. I have a copy. I'll use it. Just kind of the, how to use it. Does anybody have any issues with that? I'm on page 1, second page. That one.
Page 3.
District legend. It matches what we've already had passed with the ATV zoning district, so I don't think there is anything there. Does anybody else think there's anything that needs changed?
Is that the open space and agriculture districts that you're talking about?
nope, I'm on page 3 now.
That's on my page 3.
It's on the back,
Right there.
so it's the
This-
second
okay.
page, basically.
Those were, yeah,
It just kind of breaks it down to
yeah.
what they're talking
Okay.
about.
So,
Yeah.
as structured standards on page 3. We have the accessory structures, open spaces in agricultural districts.
And no two farm.
On that page.
I didn't see anything that I think needs changed. Anybody see anything that needed changed in AS01? Okay, I'm just gonna keep going unless somebody hollers something. AS02 accessory structures, R100 district. We're on page 3. What do you need?
Can I have a ring?
I have a question on the swimming pools. Is that in ground or above?
Thing with people.
The source document didn't specify.
And this is for like the properties in the ETJ, am I correct?
This, it
Okay,
would be everything.
so
all
like
over.
in town and the ETJ?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that,
And this is gonna be, so R100, I think,
Adopt it for every, but this is specifically for the ETJ. You could adopt it for every. If you want to be consistent.
I was gonna
So-
say, are we doing that, or are we staying with the town board with the fences and stuff, or is this board going to take all of the town improvements? That's,
You could do it both ways.
yeah, that's what I'm asking. You could do one or the other.
I would say,
But they could follow the same
Personally, zoning board just did the zoning board.
Right.
and then it's done.
Yeah.
So I would just say zoning board does all zoning board, but that's up to you guys. I mean, the town board oversees the zoning board either way.
Yeah,
Right.
anyway.
And the zoning board can only approve things that are already
I was
passed
gonna say,
by
follow this,
the town.
right,
So,
which is kind of what we have to do as a board. We have to follow what. we got.
if it's easier for you guys, if you go back a little bit, there is the town St. Joe ETJ zoning boarding summary. It's at the
Right.
back of your E5.
Yes.
That is the one that's already passed, so these can be kind of like looked at together. It looks like it's cloudy. That's the front page.
Okay.
It should be, yeah, it's not.
It explains what the district.
Sorry.
does it say zoning at the top?
It says town St.
Is
Joe.
it before the-
ETJ zone.
Looks like
Like this. You're, keep going,
One page of
a little bit more.
Okay, it's one
Right
page,
there.
one page. in
Nope,
front.
keep going. Sorry.
Zoning ordinance, is that what it says?
Yes.
It's saying at the top,
Yeah.
okay.
So that kind of gives you like an idea of.
Page 41 after page 41. Is what we're looking at.
So right now, we are talking about R100, which on your ETJ, and these are the kind of ones that look like the boxes.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going until you get to the one that says R100, right? Okay. All right, this is the one we're currently talking about. That's already passed, and this is just summarizing that. So the R100 district, so that definition of that, to help you out, is, a larger lot, minimum full lot frontage 100 foot and bigger. So front residential areas that are 100 foot or larger from the front of their property.
It roughly maps to the California rural estate.
Did anybody see anything that needed change on ASOG. I know, I'm so sorry, guys. I tried to get organized with it. Didn't, not as much time. Okay, so then the next one that we are looking at, the ASO3, that is going to actually be the page before you were just at. So that is going to talk about R50, residential small lot, and residential standard lot R75.
Yeah.
So those lots are, the R50 is the minimum lot square footage of 2,500. The R75 is a minimum lot frontage of 50 foot. So we just. I didn't see any issues with it. Does anybody have any issues with? No issues? Okay.
No, Amy.
All right, awesome. So the next one is ASO4 accessory structures, mixed use district, which in your ETJ is your MU, mixed use. district. The intent of the mixed use district is to encourage vertical, horizontal, mixed environments that support walkability and small business formation.
Hey, I like it. We could use some of that. That might help.
Yeah.
There's a couple of breweries over here and wineries and.
Drive-throughs.
Does anybody have any issues with mixed use district? Okay. ASO5 accessory structure, manufactured home park, that's gonna be your MP on your ETJ zone. It's a manufactured home park. I'm trying to give you guys enough time, I read through it all, so. Does anything see anything that needs to be changed or not? Okay. Accessory structures, institutional and commercial districts. Which would be C. Commercial districts. And the next one is I and institution. Commercial districts are neighborhood and corridor scale business areas with safe access, reduced curb cuts, and compatible transition to residential. And institutionally owned lands, including state and county facilities, multiple primary structures per lot. Anybody have any problems with those? There's like two. All right, depending houses, general, does anybody have any issues with CH01?
Oh, I'm missing that bit.
It's not in that. You missing a page.
The one we just read.
EHO one?
It's on the back of the one. Well, it's on the back of that blank paper. It's blank on the front side.
It's like this. Yeah, like this.
Is that it right there?
So there's not a page for that, for
No.
this one? Okay. That's what I was looking for.
Oh,
It's
there's,
gonna be all of these.
yeah, it's all the
Okay.
ones.
It'll be
Like all of
50,
them.
75, 100, MU, K-Talk, and K-Spot.
Let's say all districts.
It says R55, R50, R75, R100, and U. And stuff.
That's the only one.
We don't have any of these currently.
Yeah.
But we need something at that, or we were asked.
We were asked for independent housing, trailer previously,
Mm-hmm.
and we didn't have a structure for allowing or approving or temporary rental. So,
There's a hood for it. Yeah. Does anyone have any problems?
Is there like a certain position that like will be attending or you're good just staying attending position? Or is it their primary care
It would be
doctor?
whoever their
Gotcha.
position would be, yes. Whomever they bring to us.
Mhm.
Does anybody have any problems with that? Okay. ED interest and drive standards. It applies to all districts. So this would be, how big, for changes for driveways and entrances.
So it's, in street classification shall be based on the St. Joe comprehensive plan. Do these folks have access to that plan?
I don't have copies for them, but yes.
Okay, so that they know what those standards are.
Yep, I'm trying to get everything they need, but
I know,
haven't
but
got
it's
there
like,
yet. I have started making copies of it, but I don't have enough yet.
and then I have, information and highlighted what has already been done in that comprehensive plan, and I don't know that that's been updated. Okay.
Does anybody have any other questions or any concerns about EDO one? Any questions or concerns about EDO two, interested drives for manufactured home parks?
This is not, I thought this was more.
I did too, I turned it over and I was like, no questions on that? And O1 environmental general, this applies to all districts. Anybody?
No.
Okay. FW fence and wall standards. This one's not that big, let's just review it all at once, and if you have any issues with any of them, just let
You say they're not subject to setback requirement?
where is it at?
Where's it?
The first A, location fences, walking are permitted anywhere on a property and are not subject to setback requirement.
Except fences will not encroach on right of way, fences and drainage or
Okay.
utility easements require written permission from easement holder, walls shall not be built forward of the proposed right of way. Then down, that's for agricultural and stock, Mary.
Okay,
Then in the R100 and the R50 and 75
okay,
is the 4 feet in the front yard, 6 feet in the back. Most of the town are gonna be R50 and R75, a couple of R100. I do think that in FWO2, fence and wall R100, the location fence and walls are permitted anywhere on a property subject to fences shall not encroach of right of way. Fences and drainage or utility requirements. I think we need to, put the 2-foot setback from the property line included in that. That is currently our ordinance. Does anybody have any problem with adding that to it? Okay. I did bring you one, but if you wanted it.
I'm reviewing it,
Okay,
but I didn't,
all right, so F2, just that A, and then it carries down to the other, so that's the only place that 2-foot setback needs added. And I flagged it on my side of things. All right, any other things that you guys saw on FW fence and wall standards? I know it's super boring, guys, I'm trying to keep fast, I'm sorry. Okay, FA4 area standards. Anybody have any questions or any comments on FA4 standards? What's a for,
What's where, the square, basically the square footage footprint of your house.
Okay, so.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that is specific to, dwellings.
Mhm.
Well, part C of that says that.
Any questions or anything that you guys feel like needs change for that?
Not right now.
Height standard HT. Any questions, comments on that? All right. HO, home-based business standard. What size room is a 500 square feet? You got?
Um,
Okay. I'm just trying to get an idea.
50 by 10. Nice hallway.
Where's the left? I don't see anything issues with H001. Does anybody see any issues with that? Okay. H002? Laughing at the way I said it.
Nope. I'm just wondering if people are grandfathered in.
I was curious about that.
Some of
on
these
the
are
home business.
seriously violated,
Which ones? Let's talk about them, because if they need to be changed, change them.
but they're in town.
Okay.
If the town board is anticipating adopting these standards for the town.
Are they grandfathered in?
How it impacts the existing operations.
Well, I mean,
Talking about the advertising signs and display.
I am not. Junkyards, junk accumulation. Yeah, no, none of your stuff can be outside your home. Unless it's behind a privacy fence. I mean, there's all kinds of,
We're gonna have to do some serious grandfathering on that already.
well, they don't
Yeah, but
follow the ones
County
that you
doesn't
try to
enforce
follow anyway. I try.
this, yeah.
Well, this is the, if
So
we
which
need to
ones
change
we
something,
changed?
if this is what we need to do something different,
Okay.
that's why we're reviewing it.
Okay, so when, when we adopt this, I'm assuming we have to adopt this, correct?
Yeah.
We are adopting it for, this currently applies to the, ETJ or whatever, JTP. The discussion early on is that we can adopt it for both town and the jurisdictional area. Did I hear that correctly?
Yes.
Okay, so. I think it would be difficult to hold two different standards. I mean,
I agree.
So what section are you looking at? The H02?
No, the HO.
The ones.
We're back to H01?
right, yeah, the one is
The home occupation?
home-based businesses.
Yeah. This is just based on home business. So what are you looking at? That's home, not a commercial or whatever.
Well, which one is he trying to run over there? Because
He doesn't have a home business.
then why has his trucks kept at his home?
That's
Well,
he
that's-
hasn't done anything about it.
Well, and
But
But I'm thinking of, there are, businesses that are ran out of the homes here.
yeah,
And I would, suggest that probably not, none of them have business permits to do that.
not currently, no. I mean, unless you consider state licensing their business permits, or are we having a business permit in general?
That's what I think the top, the H001 starts off with. It says, requires.
Permit is required. A permit is required to conduct
additional
a home.
requirements for home.
Home occupation, home,
you know, a permit is
Occupation.
required, you know.
all things social requirements.
So we need to. We either need to put something in here that states that current home businesses. Now, this is home-based businesses, not commercial, not industrial, not. So if they are standalone businesses, that's different. So for instance, I own a salon, it's in my house. That is a home-based business. If I wanted to put out I don't know, an egg stand or something like that, that would be considered a home-owned business. That making stuff up. If Missy decides to sell cups she made out of her front porch, that's a homemade business. Things like that. Now, if I bought a building, like Mary has a business, it is not a home-based business. It is a separate building business. So I guess that's really what we need to focus on.
Or like my husband has a business, but he doesn't work from home.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. So you'd have a home-based business, but that has no office at your home.
right.
So really,
The permitting process itself, is the next document that we need to have, which has permission fees processes. I know that one of the other sections in this document, Article 5, specifies that on or about the first of each year is when a 1-year renewal will happen. So I think if we were to put that language into the home occupation, that'd be everybody until January
To get their permits.
to get their permits.
Okay, so what we would add that to the HO01 home-based business general there, that it would be
Yeah.
available for. years.
What isn't it?
Well, under here,
Is
it
that what
says
it's saying on
approval, like, yeah, the A, it
Yeah.
says a permit is required to conduct a home occupation. All standards below shall be met prior to
To the
permit
permit
issuance. So I would think it'd be under that one.
Yeah, so you want to put it, HO01A.
How are you gonna police that?
They're gonna come in and purchase them, and when we get a complaint that they don't have a permit, we'll look and see. That's how we do that.
Well, you could set
If
up
a
a,
resident,
If you want to go
Complaints
to, the language, that I was referencing is in STR 01, subsection.
What page? Oh, you don't have pages on it, do you?
Or, I mean, they have to have like a license. Most people have an LLC or a license, so a
Yeah,
permit would be I mean, they would have to do that as well. So do you want them just to be able to have their license, or do you need a permit?
If it's Betty down here that's making cupcakes and making a couple extra dollars.
Right, that'd be like saying a garage sale, that you have to have a permit for a garage sale, kind of.
well, no, because that's just temporary, isn't it?
Yeah, they do.
And-
Yeah, you can't have a garage sale.
and
They
des-
have that,
and
but I
describe,
don't think that St. Joe is.
and in
Okay.
that, the very bottom one describes the types of permits.
For you.
Yeah, I know.
You are.
Something that we could probably put in there. And-
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no,
I would be.
but that's what they're saying, like, how.
That's the verbiage.
And you can actually control it if you set up a spreadsheet and a calendar instead and check it every month. Say, okay, so-and-so soon to renew their permit.
Well, that's why he said if we just say in January, they,
Everybody has to.
Yes.
And you have a list of
right,
who needs to.
that would be easier than trying to check it every month, I feel like.
Well,
So here is,
So like if it lasts longer than a year,
that's what I was just, I gotta.
they have to,
Like-
because I know that like if I wanted to make little necklaces, which I've made, I was just gonna sell them online, but it didn't get very far, so I just stopped.
I
So,
think I would say on businesses or something where you have people come in and.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
okay,
Right here
But,
explains.
Like a
Salons.
beauty salon
Yes.
okay.
on your front porch, or like.
Okay.
Or you
If you
get
look
an
at the-
accounting firm, like if you have a.
Because you got a function.
It'll appear.
Yeah.
Permitted things.
Okay.
Something that increases the traffic to that.
Yes.
would
Yeah.
you guys,
Yeah,
so we have that we wanna put the permits shall be reviewed. Do you guys care if we did it like they do, like business licenses, where it's like renewed every 4 years, or do you want to do it annually? Just feels like a lot of work.
Yeah.
So that sounds like,
Are you-
that also sounds
I
like
have
a
a-
lot
I
of
have a
business
question.
owner, like,
It's,
cause they also have to do everything else.
we're saying that you issue a permit. Now, my question is, are you gonna charge a fee for that permit?
You have to.
Okay, then, once we establish that, then I think that would determine whether it's 1, 2, or 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
Because you're still gonna be administrating that function. You still gonna have some cost to it.
Okay, so, do we want to have the fee structure made before we approve them? And if so, there is a fee structure back here from DeKalb County that I am not,
Well, I would wait in case you had some other things
I just wanted to try to
all
make sure.
fell into the same situation.
Does,
What page is the structure on?
it's separate, and I have no clue because I put them all together. I think it's after the ETJ documentation. All I did, oh, it's the very last, yeah. So, looks like this. This is literally just the print off from DeKalb County. That is what that is.
It's gonna be stupid.
Mhm.
Says anything before. Permits. All of it.
Like, really,
What'd you think?
they'd fall under all other permits, so just be 50.
Very nice basement.
The very
I see.
last.
Oh,
This one. To put it in perspective of the business permit and the licensing, I think I pay like $48 every 2 years.
okay.
Yeah.
So, crazy. No.
Yours is not in order.
I saw that page.
Listen here.
Saw it, yeah.
Mine was in the way back.
Yeah, I think it's
Like
like
very
very last
last
one.
page.
No,
Find it.
it's not on my phone. He doesn't have that.
Here's my.
No, it's in here somewhere. It's just a matter of where, cause I saw it earlier.
It's the improvement location permits on the front.
I'll find it, thank you.
Okay.
All right.
So I have a question on the, you've got, on the county, they've got structures and square footage. Now, and when that happens, they have, the inspector goes out and does that.
Yeah.
And I can see where that would apply more to new structure than a current one, unless you're doing a home you're doing a business in your home. You would need to know the square footage of that, what you're using as your business, not give them the whole
No,
structure square footage if you're gonna be charged
Yeah, 'cause
per
it's just
square
that
foot.
portion.
Yeah.
This is nuts.
no. So, that's, I believe the structure section is for new, yeah.
Yeah.
This is literally just a print off from the
Right,
county, so I
right.
didn't know what to start with.
So there again, it would be, for us to set a fee, a reasonable fee, I would think.
So what if so this is just a working document, so what
Right.
if we just did home-based business permit and set a fee for it? Does anybody have a problem with just adding a line item to it? This is not something we're passing, just something we're working towards.
Right.
And I own a home business, so I'm not going to comment on amounts or anything like that, because it would not be.
This is the simplified one, so would they already have that if we called for all fees or additional information?
We could call them, yes, but I believe what we have stated, and I say we as a town board have said that it would be cheaper here. So if we adopt their standards, I don't think we've been advertising correctly to the public. But that's just my opinion.
You say cheaper or more convenient?
I believe both were said.
Definitely more convenient was said by me, because this is a one-stop shop and don't need to go to the county for these permits, but, Or staying cheaper.
But with a business
Well-
one, they would, and you have to go to the courthouse and stuff for a business,
Yeah.
so,
Well, if you're starting your business, you do.
well,
Have to
yeah.
Record it.
I mean, that's kind of the same thing, but you still have to do stuff to keep your license up.
I pay my, retail tax that keeps my permit.
So,
I don't
Yeah,
have a-
most
I
of
don't
it you
have
can
a
do
license.
online.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've got multiple businesses that,
Mhm.
ones work at the courthouse for any of them.
Cause you just did it all online. Um,
yeah.
okay, somebody needs to throw out an idea of what you
Yeah.
want to make our permit possible amount. If we are doing it 4 years or 1 year annually, and what you guys want that amount to be.
I'd say either 2 or 4 years.
Okay, what's
That's
everybody
just my
else's thoughts?
opinion. I think yearly is kind of a pain for everybody.
I agree. I don't wanna have to sign off on it every year.
Okay, so,
I agree with the two.
Okay.
And the amount I think should be fair because we're looking at home occupation. So you've got folks there at home trying to get some dollars in there to help their situation or help with their situation. So I think with that in mind, I think the fee should be fair.
I'd say like, I mean, depending on how often you do it, but like 20, I would say definitely no more than 50, but 25.
25 for 2 and 50 for 4.
Mm-hmm. That's what I
And
would
we
think.
want to incentivize making it cheaper for longer on per annual basis. That way it's
Oh, yeah,
less
that's a
work
good
for,
idea.
less work for.
Everybody.
what, did you make the administrator?
Like you could say that you can either get like a 2-year for 25, or you can get a 5-year for 50 or 40. Well, I'd say 4-year for 40.
4 year for
Yeah.
40.
Yeah,
Okay, does everybody agree with that? So
but that would be a lot to keep up with as well.
I'm gonna put the verbiage as permits shall be renewed based on previous permit, either 2 or 4 year, and then we won't put that fee in there, because we'll do that separate.
And I was wondering because of, the, recording and you had said about the keeping track of.
Can you flag it
Um,
to like ding you that, hey, they didn't pay? Or they didn't come and renew yet, and then there's gonna have to be like a late fee, right?
Yes, there will have to be some kind of.
But I mean, that way there's no like, oh, I just totally missed it, they were supposed to be in last month. You know,
I
think
don't know
that-
how we would do that, but yeah, that'd be great.
I assume that there's gonna be a zoning administrator
I bet.
specified at some point in time.
Yeah.
Those are the types of duties that they're gonna be responsible for. And they may need software help to manage that.
I don't know tech, so I would just put it in my calendar, like, oh, they want a 2 year, so that day, 2 years later, hey, that's what I would do.
That works. I mean, that's-
Just
that's-
because-
I mean, that's something that we can figure out down the road. I don't have an answer for you right this second. Also,
Could
I'm
we-
just saying to make it easier.
Could we make it like universal for a day? Like this is the day that everyone's supposed to file it and then.
that would be much easier.
Like
Yeah.
a-
That way we can just send out a flyer to everybody that has a home business and say, hey, don't forget, this is your day.
And
You could either do like January or July.
I would think April because businesses usually run on
Okay.
like quarters
Mhm.
and physical year starts in April. So it might be easier for them.
No, I would say.
No, 'cause
calendar.
Probably
taxes.
not.
I would go with a calendar year.
Yeah,
Calendar year. Okay.
We have some autonomy here to create the time frame. Why are we set on 4 years? Why not make it easier for everybody involved to do it every 2 years, every 5 years? And make the 5-year price
40.
more enticing.
Right.
That way you only have to worry about it.
Less administrative.
Yeah.
Kind of situation. Do you guys, are you guys comfortable with doing that? So I just changed the 4 to the 5. So 2 for 25 or 5 for 40 years.
So the trade-off for having those longer periods means that it's less recent that your information is. Meaning you might have updated information by the time the 5 years
Right.
rolls around. That would be the reason why you potentially want shorter periods. And-
Also, it's less work for whoever's following up on all of it. Okay, is everybody comfortable with that? Let's do to 5? 2 or 5? Okay. All right, so, I will flag that as a page that needs edited there. Now we are on,
You need white out.
huh?
You need white out.
Yeah.
Okay.
What? Oh,
Henry,
Yeah,
look back
I-
in
I-
here, I get some.
I'll just cross it off. It's a,
okay. So HO2, special exception, do we have anything that we need to address there?
This one I'm understanding, the meeting time things and stuff, that went, in the main package, is that right? Or-
HO.
Approval,
yes.
okay, is more details on that. I was just trying to figure out where I'm at.
Yep.
What else? We might be hungry.
You're for us.
This is,
Recorded.
okay, all right, thanks.
No, I did not.
Anybody have anything they want to, change on HO2? Okay, let's move on to HO3, we're on page 14.
Home integrated. So we've been pretty much in the town about all these businesses and stuff. Do we have a list of within the mile, all the businesses and what's going on with them?
No, we'd have to get one.
Okay. So we turn around and do the permitting for them also? Yeah.
This, that, you know, those are just small businesses. so.
Right,
Um,
right.
And we're gonna do permits every 2 or 5 years.
for,
Thank you.
on the other page,
Mhm.
where A, you said 2 years is $25. 5 years would be 40.
Okay.
I wrote 50 and if I knew then it was 40. I definitely need one up.
In other words, if you don't think your business is gonna work.
Cheaper to go 5.
Mm-hmm.
But if you, yeah.
Angie wanted to be clean, we talked her out.
So,
But that sounded super fun.
Mm-hmm. I don't have anything for those.
yeah.
I really will.
Here.
The one I
Home
said.
enterprise,
Okay.
special exception.
Do you have anybody, anything that anybody wants to talk about LAO1 landscape in general?
Do you have something else to cook?
I totally forgot. It's a good amount. Big guy.
So President Biden.
Oh,
Just saying she wasn't happy with pizza. I said tomorrow.
I might need to come over for something
I was
tomorrow.
gonna say, I heard dinner at Randy's.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't like steak, so.
Oh,
No.
I have plans.
Not my
tomorrow. We'll make
favorite.
it rocks and all that.
yeah.
Thing is.
So I'm going to somebody's house for dinner. I hate cooking. I drive tomorrow too, actually. so-
Yeah.
Oh, there she goes.
Anything that we need to change on landscaping, landscaping parking lots. It needs to get real big and they want to put 15 trees in parking lot.
The, parking lots. Almost all of it, have to do with the minimum, tree coverage. Or is that kind of a young area of, vegetated land?
Is it hot?
Yeah, it's not this big, it's all the extra excess runoff, water runoff that happens when you make impermeable surface is very large.
That makes sense.
Every 10% or so increases total stormwater with about 5%.
Any one of the dividers. Not those, yeah. Yep, perfect. And those are out there for you guys, like, if you put them in between your thingies, it's easier to find them, Mike.
She likes flipping the pages. She likes the
I'm just
sound.
suggesting it for
See, it's called exploration. Now I know where a lot of stuff is.
you. Getting the gist of it, like it. I didn't steal it.
No.
Okay, I was just saying.
Mine's all- It's cold together.
Yeah, I can see that. Hey, why not?
Anybody have anything they want to
There's
comment on that?
extra, thingy stuff.
That's just if they
Thanks,
want
thank
to
you for-
have the bushes or trees or whatnot, correct? I have-
Oh.
Yeah,
It's,
No,
No.
it makes it a requirement if they're putting in a large parking lot. They have to.
So that's.
so does that mean like for the school?
Industrial, commercial, multi-use or industrial,
Okay, so not.
so not residential. Does anybody have anything there that we need to change anything? It says above at the top what it's
I
for.
see it.
Okay,
I just didn't
Did I
realize
see
that the school is residential. I
It's
didn't
not.
know what it was.
it would be institutional, oh, did I say?
So,
So,
that would-
Institutional, commercial, multi-use,
So
industrial.
5 is residential.
LAO2 will cover the school.
Yeah.
right?
These being the standards that already exist for DeKalb County and then being DeKalb County, they should already have applied. Just to address your question.
I don't mean that you're trying to go over there and bebop on the school or anything.
Well, I'm just
Well,
saying,
I'm not doing that
when we
anyway,
did our
ever.
walkthrough the other day, I may or may not have counted parking spaces over there and,
well,
pretty sure we're
they did
missing a
just-
few trees around that.
they-
parking
Yeah,
lot.
I think.
They
some-
haven't got a lot out there, so they didn't plant any new trees and stuff, so they're gonna be in violation.
Maybe we,
I'm
I
not
see people
going-
all the time that try to donate trees to us, next time I get them, to that. Over there.
There's been a guy at a few meetings I could reach out to, I think he's on the school
Yeah.
board or something.
Yeah, I think we should bring that up to them. All right, LAO3, does anybody have anything we need to comment on that? Did you want to make changes to the parking lot? Or just stating that you feel like there's not enough trees?
I just think that if we're gonna remain consistent,
That's good.
I feel like if we aren't consistent with that, then who's gonna expect exceptions for them down the road with the church? Are they gonna expect exceptions because exceptions were made for the school?
So they're gonna have to put more trees too, cause they made that parking lot huge.
Yeah.
It'll be even bigger. Ooh, wow. Hey,
Okay, is
make
that
sure you tell
something
them
that
that.
we want? I mean, do we want that many trees in those areas?
Well, Zeb says it's to help protect.
Because that's also
I
gonna
understand that.
cause issues with sidewalks and
Mhm.
roads.
I know. We already flood a lot. We don't need help.
Trees soak up lots of water.
That's what he said, yeah, it'll help
Okay.
pick up that water.
But I do feel like, I'm just gonna say, I do feel like once we're 3 per 8 spaces at the school and at the church is gonna make us have a fourth around the 2. I don't think there's enough property to do that.
And,
I don't
I
think it's
mean,
very realistic.
that's kinda hard to
Mhm.
mow.
No, cause at
And
the
a lot of
church,
cleaning
like,
up.
yeah, basically have to do it between the
I know, I gotta
sidewalk
finish
and
it.
road.
I've read the rest, hold on.
Because there's not
Okay.
any space.
So
Especially where they're going. Almost all.
for the first 40 spaces, it's 1 tree. Then after that, it's 1 tree per 20 spaces. So for 60 spaces, it's 2 trees.
How many are back there, Mike?
How many what?
Spaces.
At the church or at the school?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, it was like 68.
I was gonna say.
Okay,
if it
well,
was
that's not terrible.
2 trees, yeah, 2 trees.
Okay,
Okay, but I read it wrong for the first time because I was reading, I think how you were like 1 for each 8. But
I don't
Okay.
know, I just knew that it was more, there were more than 8 spaces and there were no trees around that parking lot. Just,
within the 10 feet barrier, Okay, so we're not making any changes to that. LA landscaping 3, buffer yards, multifamily, institutional, commercial district.
There's a one.
Hmm.
There's one tree. Right out at the edge by the drive-in. I park there every day. It's right in front of the bus.
Is it a road facing tree?
Oh, what?
A road facing tree? Like, the,
The shape of
there's
that.
other landscaping requirements
Oh,
around
man.
planting trees. These are literally the county rules. I did not make any modification.
Well, I was trying to, within 10 feet, that's gonna be, there's diamonds back there and.
And just for the record, these are the current standards that we are in this area right now. Like, these aren't new.
Well, I
These are
know,
what should be being followed already.
but when they put that in,
But it'll be voluntary.
But
is, I mean,
Mary, I think you.
did they know that
They,
when they put that
there's
new
things
lot
that are
in?
done here that the county doesn't check off.
Correct.
So,
Or do you wanna put something like, you know, if there's enough space between like the parking lot and the road? If there's so much space.
Because we see how far they wanna come out of the church. Do we really, like, where?
I would say probably for the church would be like 4 or 5, 3,
Oh, it'd be way more than that.
that's up to, what was the verbiage?
Minimum.
Minimum of
75%.
75% canopy trees. Trees should be planted within 10 feet.
Yeah,
I
there's
mean,
a
is
lot.
there even that between the edge of the parking lot and the road?
there won't, I was gonna say they'd have to plant it in the middle of the parking lot.
They're.
Get the canopy.
landscaping Bump out, things, so you just like, you go to Walmart.
Like
or
Reiki
whatever,
Park,
they get full bump out.
How they have all those out there.
Like the
That's why they do it.
The-
Yes.
Like the middle
Yes.
of
Otherwise,
the
they just make a giant.
facing cars, parking spots.
Mhm. That's gonna be.
Also just do it in the-
We could make a list of things
Mhm.
and drive around.
Being on that side wouldn't be a big deal, but they don't wanna be on that side because of the ball diamonds. The church will
Get
have fire
nothing
where they go.
right
to
now.
Church
Yeah.
would be classified as commercial,
Mhm.
and so would the school. It's, I think,
It's
look at it, institutional.
It's all the same. It's all in one.
It's all the same, yeah, it's in the same thing.
One here in town.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
institutional and commercial are for all these.
Next to business.
Everybody.
Church and the school, so we're good. It's
I
in
know
both,
who they are.
so. Okay. Are we making any changes to LA 3?
But they're not going all the way over, but there will be longer trees.
Let's put the live there.
Hmm?
Let's put the live there.
They're not putting the building there anymore. They're gonna utilize in the
Two,
new church, they're gonna
yeah.
have 2 classrooms for that.
2000.
So that they
Well, that's
didn't
nice.
have to put the new building, so they didn't have to use
Then
their
aren't they
funds.
doing, aren't they planning on parking all the way over there though?
No, I thought so, that's why I was
They're just leveling it?
correct. They don't want the hill. Well, they were gonna put the Lifewise there, so unless they've changed it since then, that's where the Lifewise building was gonna go, but then they decided they'll have enough room
So they're just
Leveling it.
Just to level it. I mean,
to get that stuff out from under there and use that as their base. But, yeah, I do wonder if now they're really planning on going all the way over.
I just
I think we're getting
Don't think-
distracted.
think they realize, oh, it's on anything.
Does anybody have anything they want to change in the rest of the landscaping section?
I don't see anything else.
Okay, let's review LT01 lighting.
Put a giant torpedo there, because St. Joe has a town limits that they passed, last year. And the existing lighting, LT01 lighting is not modified, from what DeKalb County has. And I would recommend that the recommendation is to make sure those are in.
How about we just take, that's only sign lighting. The only thing that is for signage.
Right, there is a signage portion of this, of course. I think.
I thought it was,
Number
I thought it
five,
was back in,
We have a signage ordinance, but that lighting that he's talking about is only on signs. Like how bright your signs can be. We don't have
but I thought
anything.
it was the businesses.
well, you can't have lighting on your signs for an in-home business. Yeah, that's just for the home business. You can't have lighted signs. And
So I would just say, the
Page
only thing
13.
that I would say, Seb, is that on this, that we should put, maybe at the top, that there is a signage ordinance
is where you saw it, right?
that
Signs,
needs to be followed with
Yeah.
sign.
and it just says you
Like-
can't have illuminated
like
signs
at the
for your
top.
house.
That way, that's our disclaimer, that needs to be followed in those instances outside of the other.
At home?
Yeah.
What if people?
Did you guys hear what I?
Well, you can have lighting, but not like,
Oh.
not your sign. Can't be like lit up real bright.
Sorry, Andrew, what was?
I said, I think the only thing that I would change is that we add some kind of verbiage that states that there is a signage ordinance and that the lighting with signages would need to follow that ordinance. So that way, all these things are applicable except to signs. Because that's what that ordinance covers only is types of signs, how bright your signs can be, things like that. Where they can be placed and all that fun stuff. So I think if we just added to this, that there is a separate document for signage lighting, that would pretty much cover it.
That was the language for.
So I think we take the warning off and add the verbiage.
No, I mean, part of the verbiage is what you said, is where conflict exists between this section and town ordinance governing lights or signs, the more restrictive provision shall govern. So it sounds like this doesn't necessarily govern signs in commercial spaces, whereas the other one does. So they should be compatible.
Okay, perfect. So then, does everybody agree with that?
Yeah.
Awesome. Does anybody have anything else we want to change or add to it? All right, let's go to the next subject. Loading general. Loading docks and placement. Does anybody have anything that we need to change?
No.
Okay, let's look at lot standards.
Accurate cross document reference. It's more ETJ, document, or ETJ zoning document.
It is.
Anybody want any changes on that? Outdoor storage standards? let's just review the whole thing altogether. It's only one page. I didn't see anything that I doubt needed change. Does anybody have anything to say, like, to discuss?
I'm reading through it, but I've seen a number of containers, commercial sized containers on properties being used as storage.
I don't see anything that would prohibit that. Unless I'm not getting anything here.
Do we want that?
Oh, people are using outdoor storage, they're making houses out of them. I don't think it's a problem. Does anybody? I mean, I guess it's the everybody question.
What if it's alongside the house, but still within the easement right? I mean, I don't have a problem with out in the country and staying here in town.
I don't see a problem with it as long as it's.
At least it's not sitting in their yard.
I mean, if it's not violating any other current ordinance.
Well, it isn't, that's why it's there.
Yeah, I don't see any conflict with it. Does anybody else see a
And
conflict
you
with
need
it?
to change it then.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're already doing it and it's
It would
not
be
a lot,
considered,
not allowed, then.
there was a topic earlier,
If you look at OS 02, it's about,
accessory structures, that's what I was thinking about.
a trash receptacle is the topic, but it says, needs to be placed on, and it talks about dumpsters, and, dumpsters are about the size of those things. They need to be placed on a paved slab, from a little paved slab or structured with paver. Be screened on all sides by fence or wall constructed with wood, brick, stone, or material similar to the primary structure. Have screening of at least 6 feet in height, and or higher where necessary to screen the container from adjacent lots and public rights of way. And then must meet the setbacks. Are you saying
No,
if they're going to have that type of storage container, that they should also screen it in some way?
This, and it's the containers usually have to take out through here on
Me
site.
neither.
It's not
And that's
like the iPod container. It's
Right.
a full
Like
size,
manufactured.
It's a cargo container.
Yeah. You just put wheels on it
mixed
and
use,
you
it's like.
tractor, you can pull it down the road.
well, and that is what you guys are looking at is
Is mobile
mixed
home
use, the
parks.
mobile homes and mixed use that wouldn't even be.
Like a
talked about what we're
residential
talking about.
person's home.
I mean, what you're referring to specifically there would be in OS 01, but I don't see anything that conflicts with it.
I think Mary was saying add that stipulation into OS 01. Because it, for large storage structures, or not necessarily large storage structures, the barn and shed and stuff, but storage containers that you have the screening requirement from OS 02 efficiency added. I think, am I characterizing that properly, Mary?
I think that is what Mary's saying. You want it screened, but do we all want that, or, I mean, that's an action.
Well, if you see it from your kitchen window, or how often are you gonna like staring at that?
But they don't bother me at all, to be completely honest. I don't have a problem with the.
I'd rather
storage
see
container.
that than the junk.
That was my
Yeah,
thought
that's what I
process
was
too.
gonna-
Well,
Okay.
then, okay, let me put it
And
this
it
way.
has walls. like-
Let me put it this way, because it is in a specific area that is very visible to what we are spending money on to repair and refurbish. Okay, just go down to the corner of Jefferson and Third, look to the west. There's a big blue container in back of Rob Golder's property.
Mhm.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
they use it
Charles
for a
is
lot.
the only one that.
Yeah, a lot of people are,
Realize.
like, I know a couple people that are talking about that they were planning on getting them and replacing like
He
a
has
barn or
one
something.
there
like that.
on his porch there.
And I
But
have
then-
no, I don't have
They're
any
separate
issues
people.
with folks using it. My issue is that's an area that we've been trying to clean up. We're now into year 3. And we're saying we're beautifying it, we're restoring it, and I wouldn't want to go down there, sit when we have benches there and look at what I don't need to be looking at again.
Is he
Screening.
violating anything?
Not
We
right
don't,
now.
we don't have that in any ordinance yet.
Do we want
I-
to add that is what she
But
said. She'd like
to put
add
that on a paved slab and to cover it, it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long if it's
Well,
not gonna
even
be
as,
there
because we've
forever
asked
or
some
whatever.
folks to screen, we've had in here, early on, we looked at, put up a fence. I'm not opposed to it being screened, especially with the project that we're trying to do and what we're trying to get done here.
What do you mean by screen?
Like something
a fence,
covered.
a tree,
Blocked.
whatever.
However long they are, I'm thinking sections of fence. If he needs 4 sections of fence, I'm worried about, my concern is that it's visible when you look to the west from Third Street. And you look out there, it starts to look good, it's dry, it's not wet, but here we are now with garbage, because it's not just that, there's other vehicles that are being left there. So,
Well, the
I'm just saying-
vehicles are one thing, but
Right.
what I'm looking at, and I live right
Who's your
next door to
neighbor?
it,
It doesn't-
that he put that behind his garage
Right.
or building
Right,
so that it was hidden from traffic,
right.
and it's been there for a while.
Well,
And
maybe-
I don't think
Maybe
it's,
a year, if that.
I don't think I don't think we have the right as a board or a committee or whatever to tell him that now he's not grandfathered in and he's either gonna have to move it or he's gonna have to pay to screen it.
I
I'm,
think that they're coming into being a very popular thing that people are doing. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of people are making houses out of them and things,
Cause
but
it costs a
I
lot,
mean,
to-
just
it costs
putting
a
in
lot to
perspective,
rent storage. I mean,
that I'm gonna
well,
say,
and that's not,
the
that,
outside of a storage container, it's not very much different looking than your fence. Your fence is just fancier. Like,
Well, and who
outside-
knows what their fence would look like. I mean, somebody could put up a fence and
Chicken
paint
wire.
over it or whatnot,
Chicken
like,
wire's a fence.
so. Yeah,
so
I mean, if they're not in violation of anything now,
Well,
like, I don't think
I've
it's
heard
right to just
several
say.
people, I've
"Hey,
heard
I
two
wanna have this."
people say now that it's becoming popular, is this, that, and the other thing. If you're good with that, and that's what you want to see in your vacant lots in St. Joe. then
But
you
is
don't
it a
need to put
vacant lot? Like, I'm not really sure where you're
No,
talking
she-
about.
but
There are
Like,
vacant lots
in the
in
future.
town. It's just a concern I
Because
have.
that's
It's
their
it's not
yard.
a matter of what we
So-
want, it's a matter of what's written down and he's not violating.
And what's right,
Yeah.
like,
That's,
cause it is their yard.
Okay, fine. I've dropped the goal there. I'm looking at the future. You have a number of, I've heard, 2 folks say popular people, it costs money for storage. I understand that.
I'd like to
But
make 10,000 though.
I think our vision here is, what do you want your community to look like? How do you want it to grow and improve, and what do you want it to look like?
Well, I don't think you can tell
That's-
people that they can't have that in their yard, to be honest.
Okay, I
If
said,
you want to sit in that little garden area and you don't wanna see the yard, then put a fence around it.
That was the suggestion, that was specifically the fencing or the screening or fencing of it. The board does have the ability to specify these rules, so there's an inherent capability of the board.
So let's do this.
But the question, the further part of that is, are those permanent structures? Because if those are permanent structures, then they would be permitted in the first place.
No, they're not.
That's, I think, what the appeal is to them. Now, I would say if it became a permanent structure where like in our ETJ, we talk about tiny home, if somebody were to use that, then there are restrictions on that. It has to be,
Mhm, mhm.
it has
Have
to,
to
it
be so
should
many
have a basement, a
feet.
slab would be correctly tied down. So let's just do this. So what Mary's proposing is, if I understand, and if I'm speaking wrong, let me know. So she wants to add some kind of verbiage to not allow that. So does anybody want to do that, or are you guys okay with it, or should we do a vote, verbiage added or no verbiage added? I'm not the boss here, I'm just trying to move forward with it.
And I'm just trying to have you folks have a vision for the future and what you want your community to look like.
Conceptually,
Yes.
there is a lot that somebody wanted to turn into a park, that they could park
Mhm.
15 or 20 of those there under current rules and not require a fence.
I would suggest not suggesting that to them.
I mean, it's an open lot, there's lots of faith, that's all I'm stating, is that if you're following the same train of logic,
Mhm.
is that if you're just allowing them to put that in there, without a permit, without any sort of.
Would that fall under like in here, like the
In this
mobile
in general,
home?
we're just talking about outdoor storage. Well, you're restricting for residential lots, they can only have so many structures. So that scenario that you just said can't happen.
Is that a structure? That's what we just asked.
That's what we're trying to decide.
You follow what I'm saying, right? I'm not trying to target anybody, I'm just saying, there's empty lots here.
I mean, wouldn't it fall under the outdoor storage?
Yeah, that's what we're looking at.
Yeah.
Is that capability something that you want to allow for? Because right now, it doesn't sound like it's a restriction unless you identify a restriction that prevents it.
But don't we have that they can only have two
Yeah, they can only
outdoor
have,
storages
two
outside of garage and sheds on a residential lot? So that right there restricts what,
Where's that at?
if we just reviewed
It's
it.
not in this section.
We
It's
reviewed it for that.
Yeah, but do we need to put it on here?
AS1 or A.
Oh, section.
Did you already find it?
What's nice to hear when you guys say that though, is I have 3 lots, so I could have 6 of them there.
Hey, you're not helping.
There are.
Not that I would ever do.
restrictions Around, around lots that are like residential and whatnot, the,
Accessory structures, yeah,
the
so,
first structure that you put on it either needs to be a home or something that specifically for grading on.
Yeah.
And that it's got a specific amount of time that it's allowed to be there before the home is built, about getting the renewal for that. I think if that addresses,
But like she was saying,
Yeah.
people are making homes out of those things.
they are,
And
and
they're sturdy and
you
they're
know,
cheap.
that's something that people are going to do, that's something that will get addressed when somebody requests.
Because just to let you know, when Rob put it there, he planned on
but
putting
I think what we
putting
should
it all the
actually
way
change-
over, closing it off and having that part of his garage. There was gonna be another place to park it.
Oh,
That was his original.
is trying to articulate what Barry was saying is, the screening or fencing around something that you anticipate being there for a long time, that people could consider as an eyesore, since the accessory structures and main buildings all are required to have a similar visual appearance and materials.
Mhm.
That specific thing wouldn't follow in on that, but it doesn't sound like it's been considered as a structure because it's not a permanent structure.
So
So just trying to help articulate where the loophole exists.
Mhm.
I think we should add that to page 3, AS accessory structures. A types, then add the storage containers to that. And then it is included as a structure that is allowed, but they can't have more than 2. And then that fixes that issue and we don't have to address it.
And we're gonna have the stipulation that it needs to be comparable in visual appearance to the other structure, the main structure on that.
I mean, I've seen metal sheds that are very comparable to it, but if I mean it's rusty or something, I think we could like, say, hey, your exterior finish and facade does not meet our standards and make them paint it or something. But
Well, that's what I'm like. If that was Rob's home.
Yeah.
The garage was his home. And he has a storage container that spent how many years traveling back and forth across the Pacific Ocean? It's gonna be exposed to salt water, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be rusty. That I don't think we want
Yeah,
sitting out about.
Yeah. but that's not like an upkeep situation, like exterior paint or something on it.
I'm gonna tap
I
into
mean-
I'm tapping into my old profession as a real estate appraiser.
Well, and here's the
That-
thought
that storage container, if somebody was to come in and put an offer in on that property, that storage container adds no value.
Goes with it.
But if it were to be put on a concrete slab, even though it's not affixed, just because it's on a slab, now it becomes just like a garage or a shed. It adds value. Do we want to make some sort of a stipulation that if they're gonna have a cargo storage container like that, it needs to be on a permanent foundation? Because what that's going to do is add property value for anybody that puts it on.
Yeah, but
So that's really what it's saying, and
you're also adding
to
in
the
on
next
money
one.
that they may not be able to.
it's saying
afford.
that's the outside.
Are we gonna have people that are grandfathered in? Because I
Right.
feel like it's rude to just walk up and be like, sorry, you've had this here for a few years, but now you gotta like.
And there's more than one person that has that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. They probably can't afford to just. Right.
I don't
and-
think that,
I think that's just rude.
I mean, we could make that as a stipulation for all
For
new
like
constructions.
new,
and
yeah. I
improvements.
mean,
Like,
but that's what I mean. Are we grandfathering in the ones that we know are there?
I think you
It-
should, anything that was there
Well-
prior to
Adopted.
this stuff being
standards.
adopted should be automatically grandfathered, but that, I'm old school that way.
well, for instance, but this being in zoning and permit, I mean, we have no say in whether or not those structures have to be cemented in. I mean, that would have to be something that be either town board passed something that said, if we're gonna do these storage units, they have to be cemented. But I wouldn't want to put that one in if I didn't have to, because if I was planning on loading on my
If you're gonna
units
move
in
it
10
up,
years, taking it
yeah.
up in Florida, I don't want to pay for cement. It takes away from the yard that somebody else in the future may have.
Are they things that you rent or are these things that people
People
buy?
take $5,000 and people make houses out of it and really cool show all about it. I'd love to own like 5 of them. Not on one lot.
Mhm.
But in general, in general.
No, you could put it on one lot if you made them into a home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but obviously there's a different look. and feel to that.
OS and OSO2, number 1, at the end of it says that this structure could be on grid paper surface rather than, and then like you said, yes, concrete would be expensive, but it's got,
Well, in OSO2, what we're not looking at is that's only for multifamily components, so
Like,
MU and MP,
Oh.
it's not for residential.
Yeah,
Right.
That's like for the trailer court.
okay, well, maybe we do non-residential.
So do we want to add to ASO2 accessory structures, the storage bin containers? So that way that limits how many can be added to a property.
What was that?
ASO2 accessory structures, it has types. It says accessory structures include a barn, mini barn, pole barn, sheds, detached garages, carports, swimming pools, gazebos, decks, and similar structures. Would we like to add to those structures, these storage bins?
Someone could probably make the. It's being used as a shed. Before it's a similar structure to it already, but calling it out specifically, I think or make it explicitly.
Clean,
It's more
Yeah.
storage.
no issue.
You put a lot of the stuff in the storage.
I see, yes.
It's storage.
Okay. If Maddie agrees, does anybody else agree to add it to the accessory structures?
Oh, why not?
On the wrong one.
Okay, so can you put a note on there to add that to it?
So I think we're taking notes.
I am.
I don't have any way to.
I thought you were editing as it
No,
was
no.
going. Okay.
And I mean,
Just stick one of your little tabby things.
I did, that's what I'm doing it for.
There you go.
But I thought he was updating it as we went.
No,
Okay.
Wouldn't that be easier?
it would be if I had a keyboard and
Oh.
I'm just on my phone.
Well, you didn't give me an editable version or I would have been doing it now.
I give you that, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. He's, that
it was not.
office stuff.
Anyway, that's fine. Let's look at performance standards. We're almost through this thing.
Yeah.
Air pollution.
For this part, yeah.
This part.
I don't see anything that I would change personally. Does anybody see anything that they'd like changed, or I can give you guys a little more time? I'm sorry.
I used these readers. I got glasses.
I think I need new glasses.
So for these first ones that are gonna be real long, we need snacks. And nobody's gonna be hungry.
Well, I'm gonna have some nice cold pizza when I get home.
Oh, I'm sure they ate whatever. Please.
Yeah, she doesn't feel it.
Oh, did it even with you?
Yeah.
And if you read ahead, then you can tell me if I'm those changes. When we get to those sections, instead of waiting on me to move it forward.
I don't see anything on performance standards.
Can we do anything with the train? Cause it says, you know, short burst of noise.
New Braunfels, Texas, has a train ordinance that specifically states that they only need to, due to the amount of crossings they have, they only need to signal on the first and last one, which should reduce by
At
3.
least one, yeah,
Yeah,
in the middle.
Yeah, but.
well, then we got the one right outside of town here, that they also go at, 101.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we hear that one.
yeah, we
I
get
don't
all
see
of
any
those.
issues with it. You guys know the next section. Unless you guys. see something-
Public improvement.
If you see something that needs change, let us know.
Oh. We don't
Looks
have any
good to me.
ponds. That's good. We don't have any ponds in town. We can go by and pass out.
Hans?
How do
Yeah,
you know
but
I
if
did
somebody
already?
wants to- and this is for ETJ.
You
too,
think I was
so-
just trying to find?
And
things?
where are ponds in ETJ? Sounded good though. Would she just bring you some pizza too?
What? You're kidding?
I mean, let me just call home and.
No, yeah, no. I'm gonna do it when I get home.
What?
I'm gonna hear about.
Oh, I know.
this one.
I really hope some people don't dig into this, cause your nephew might be in some hot water
Setback,
for the,
setback standards?
PFO one, section D.
Chimneys.
Why are you reading so far
Are
ahead?
you banned?
What's that next?
Are you banned?
What? For this one, I think. no.
Emitting gas?
Handicap.
No, the
Is that- Wait,
decibels
what?
Oh, yes.
Noise.
of your nephew's car.
Yeah.
Man-made pond.
This one, it's 23.
Oh, sewer and water standards.
I'll skip the page.
I did want to point out that, the public improvement standards, the I-01, in section B,
Wait.
says the Cal County Highway Department, and the Cal County Health Department, and Cal County Surveyor, some or all of those may continue to be with Cal County, because we don't have a surveyor, and, we don't have a health department as a town. Just wanted to call that out, that
Is this what we're supposed to call ourselves?
But we probably still need to be
No,
like in
I don't think so.
alignment
I'd
with
have
the
three
DeKalb
questions.
County Health Department.
Okay.
the St. Joe Plan Commission, no, that's not us. I need to find a replace for some things. And that one turned to the St. Joe Plan Commission because it was probably the Cal County Plan Commission before.
Okay, because we used to have that, not a
Yes.
commission, but we had a St. Joe Planning
Maybe.
Committee.
Yeah.
And I had minutes when they met, what happened.
Maybe that's something that you can totally change the word to committee and continue to use that again.
I do have that ordinance, so we could be the St. Joe committee.
I
instead of
thought we were
zoning
the
board.
zoning committee.
We could be the St. Joe zoning board.
There's lots
Committee.
of committees and stuff that are the multiple meetings.
Yeah, the
Just
same
like,
thing.
just like we're the water board and we're the other boards as the St. Joe Town Board. Does that make sense? We have a water
Well,
board meeting.
I did tell the auction and company to make it that they have to come to the St. Joe zoning committee.
So let's
Well, that's
keep
what-
it that,
Right.
that's fine.
Cause
Which,
I thought that's what we were.
which spot are
sorry.
you
You
on?
keep all of the things.
Oh,
What page are
I'm-
you on?
Well, I mean, but he was like, oh, I'm gonna put DeKalb County. And I was like, no, no,
I
no,
was like,
that's not right.
25, and I'm like, I just saw it, but I couldn't find
Yeah,
it.
24.
All right, so that
I'm on
means,
29.
Who's got a thing to like measure that though?
Measure what?
The car.
Well, they
Like a
make,
decibel meter? But
I got a laser one.
of course you do. I bet you're the only one though, so I'm
There's
sure
already
he's
all these
safe.
devices that,
Like laser measure, like
no, that measures
That's
decibel
when he
levels.
goes by and vroom vrooms his car.
I
See? So
Well,
we're
and the
probably
thing
good.
is.
I'm sure
they
there's
say
an iPhone
Safety
app for that.
illegal standards, I don't think it is.
Well, it is. This
That's
is from
okay.
DeKalb County. That it can't be over 50 decibels. What's the?
That only happens between the Curry building in my house.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't.
Oh.
50.
Motorcycles.
Like loud.
They wanna.
Some dogs do
Their
that when they
pipe.
bark.
I
They
bet
buy
you're right.
rights between those two.
Yeah, like dogs can bark at 50.
Okay,
I just think it'd be a shame if somebody knew a county sheriff that may or may not be around that could, I don't know.
That's a different discussion.
Not- It was the noise or.
Were you not a teenage boy once? Did you
recreational
have a cool
pond
car? Did you
standards.
just rev it up? As long as he's not
He
speeding, I
joined the
mean.
Navy and left the country.
Okay, well, then I guess.
So you
you
revved
were
up
not
the other
a cool teenage boy. Revving up your engine.
Do we have anything that needs changed on recreational pools pond standards?
Brandy's not reading that one. He's skipping.
Randy's doing his homework. He's reading ahead.
I'm reading ahead. I'm looking at sign
said, I'm
standards.
not
We have
doing the
actual
pond
sign
ones. We don't have
standards here,
ponds.
you guys, okay?
Another one?
He's
Don't pay
trying
for
to get
sign
pizza
standards.
before it gets cold.
No,
I would
too late for
suggest
that.
removing the sign standards and putting our sign ordinance in place of it.
yes,
What do you?
because look at, I mean, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Are you guys comfortable with that, taking the current sign contract and then replacing that verbiage with it and getting all this part done?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how about this? We just
SI-01.
eliminate sign standards from this document, then since you have that, and just put a blurb in there that.
ordinance,
State road.
ordinance,
Is that okay with you?
'Cause that's
I don't really know what this water and
Oh,
sewer
sign
one
general.
says. On the top.
3 pages.
Yeah, and we had like 20-page one, it's very detailed, I say we just follow that and be done with it.
Yeah.
It's already been reviewed multiple times and passed.
Yeah, really.
Special.
I will
Yes.
just put that ordinance in place of this and move forward.
Great.
You guys agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. Good. You Agree?
Yes. Okay, going back though, we have not done the,
I tried.
did anybody have anything for the recreational pond standards? I can't remember what it's called.
No.
Catch up, Ange. We're way past you. Some of us are hungry.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I'm
was trying, I
trying.
think.
I
You ate
am
before you
trying.
left?
Okay, let's.
I-
do
All
this.
in all
I got off the
seriousness,
bus
and
a
ran
mile
back.
around,
I had it ready
How many
when I
phones
came
are there?
in from the shops.
Okay, no problems with that setback
I have
standards?
no idea.
It was ready earlier, but then I left the bus and out of this meeting and
No.
all that. Our meeting.
well, okay, they've got that.
That's what I said. I can't
Whatever.
read that top part,
So,
like,
Yeah, working group, no, the section requires working group. I would say that, we put a blurb in there that in-town sewer and water standard, well, water standards are following the ordinance that is from the town of St. Joe in town, and that the water and sewer is going to follow the St. Joe Regional Sewer District.
I was gonna say,
standard.
can't we just put those two things, St. Joe Waterworks and St. Joe Spencerville
those,
Regional Sewer District?
If they're not on,
Yeah, I think this one specifically calls out when they're not served by those.
yeah,
Okay, okay.
okay.
Yeah.
parcels not served
Parcels
by
not
municipality.
served. Right. The-
I was just trying to read that top.
That's pretty
all
standard,
like-
I don't see anything, so just take the blurb off the top of that, since it already says parcels not served by municipal utilities, I think we should also add to that. Because, the regional sewer district is not municipal,
Oh, that's true.
so I would
Yeah.
say municipal and. I think for this, we should just call it out, just say
Or
parcels not served by St. Joe Waterworks or St. Joe Spencerville Regional Sewer District, just name those two and be done,
Yeah.
That sense.
okay?
Oh,
Anybody have anything to talk about on short-term rentals?
That's back there.
No.
Okay? Is that a census of no, or are people still reading it? I don't want to rush you, but I do want to rush you.
You said the sign standards we're going with.
Let's take out sign. The sign standards, we're skipping all of this and going with the ordinance already passed. I will give you one. I think I might have emailed it, but I don't think I did. I was gonna print it, but you didn't get it.
And we had just passed it about a minute ago.
Yeah, it's already previously passed, so it doesn't have to be reviewed.
The sign standards that we have, town was based on with a lot of the, higher density stuff that we don't have removed.
I'm looking at the exact signs under there for
Telecommunications.
flags of any country. I feel like that might need to be reworded.
Well,
Identified.
It's a
It's,
broadband ready.
under section. So point one.
Oh, we're nixing the
Country,
whole
state,
section.
government.
For sign in general.
Yeah,
Institution.
the whole sign standard section.
Is there any verbiage in the, I'll look at it later.
I don't believe so.
I don't believe
About other sign, other
Flags
flags.
are included in the sign. Now, there are flags like
Yeah,
business flags.
But not like-
that, But not like, is
yes.
that something you want to add to it? Cause we can just add,
I'll look at I'll find the town sign ordinance and
now that I have your actual, no, I can just speak about it to you if you like. Special, that's the part.
If you could email me that.
Mhm.
I don't have that.
It's also online at St. Joe.
I looked online, I couldn't find it.
I got it up there yesterday.
Oh.
It was way easier than looking for it. SE 100 special exemptions general. I'm on page 32.
Isn't that part of the sign one?
No, signs was SI. Sign standards.
Yes, S-E. I just.
I didn't see anything. SQ structure quality standards.
No.
That one was easy. It's like telecommunication facility standards.
That's for temporary use.
We're working on it.
Temporary use and stuff.
Communication.
We're already following all of them.
I don't know, anything on there.
I didn't see anything either. We've already been following it for. Temporary use of structures and standards.
that might be where we put the cargo containers. I noticed down under U1 that has valid for 1 year, maybe renewed a maximum of 2 1-year extensions. That
3
limits
years.
it to a 3-year period.
The
To get
temporary use
permit
permit valid for 1 year, maybe renewed for a maximum of 2 years. But would you consider that temporary? Like, I mean, it's not permanent.
Yeah,
it's not
because after 3 years, it's either
permanent.
gone or they have to put it on a permanent foundation. At which point, then it,
Or pavers or whatever, all that other ones.
Temporary structures should not say,
Yeah.
contain sleeping equipment facilities. Oh, okay. But I think it doesn't name what it.
It does name, equipment storage and also contractors' offices. And
And that's what they use for those.
Yeah,
So I think that right there, is perfect. The verbiage works for that specifically. Because that's exactly what the contractor's office, they put behind, it's a storage container.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So I think that works.
so just to understand, are you going to remove the, section from AS 01 or keep that in there? As, what happens after the 1+2 year of being a temporary structure?
That's a good question. What do you guys want to do?
What?
needs to be removed or be a fine assessed on like a 30-day, 60-day, 90-day. And then, I don't know what comes after that. I'm not a lawyer, but I feel like,
Small things.
But
well,
again, is
Which
this,
the ASD were one of my OP.
Grandfathered or-
Yeah, but if
We
they're
used to-
utilizing it, if they're utilizing it as a shed and it's on a cement, then I think it needs to stay in the AOSOU. If it's a temporary fixture, in other words, not on, then it would be in here as that.
But
I think it should be in both sections.
That requires a permit, yeah.
Yes, where that requires a permit. Yeah, I think we should leave it in the ASO one, but also I think the situation we were just talking about on whether or not it's on a foundation or not. I mean, if it's on a foundation and they're using it for storage, then it would be, quote unquote, shed or whatever. Yeah, and then permanent, and then if they were utilizing it temporarily, because, I mean, they use those pods all the time now. Pods in your house, you move into it, and then they move the crap. I mean, that would be temporary.
well,
I mean, that-
pods are different than
I know,
cargo
just saying, like,
containers.
as a. I know, like,
Conceptually, my thought on that would be, and I realize I'm not part of this board, but, the, thought there is that if they're really just gonna use it temporary, all the extra expense for putting in that permanent foundation doesn't need to happen because they're gonna pay for a temporary use permit. And they essentially have 1 year plus 2 extra years that they can figure out whether or not that's gonna be a permanent or a temporary.
So do we want to bump that to 1-year extensions to 4 1-year extensions? And
That's a lot of time
Yeah.
that, containers, no, in any place whatsoever, would be, when you approve a permanent structure, you're approving the location for a permanent structure, but the, temporary use structure, it doesn't look like there's, is there a fixed location, on there? Let's see, just use the word location. So it's not in the way, is what it says there, whereas as permanent structures, they have to specify exactly where it's going to be sitting. But I
so
think
do we want to promote it being a permanent structure, or do we want to promote it being temporary and then being gone after
it
3
depends
years?
on if it's on a cement slab or not.
No, but which one would we prefer they do?
I
Which-
think you're allowed, is they can come in as a temporary structure, and then, you know, if they determine they have a permanent use for it, well, then they can go get their permanent, permit as opposed to continue to extend their temporary permit that only has a certain time.
but again, no.
Regardless of the foundation that it's on, are we gonna?
The temporary structure.
If
doesn't
the town board says, when they motion to approve this,
So,
that
If-
previous people,
give them 3 years.
but really,
Figure out-
were they?
Right,
gonna- They just won't follow through.
After 3 years. they
So
say,
it depends
okay,
on what you're seeing.
It's no
Like,
longer
I mean-
temporary, it's permanent.
by no means can this board go and say,
Right.
you know, you have to
Yeah,
do that. They
we're
have to come and
saying-
say, hey, we want the
Right.
town board to go and the town would say, yeah,
recommend.
we're gonna do that, or no, we're not gonna do that. And that would be where it is.
We could recommend that the temp board introduce that these rules are being followed as of now. So that technically they feel like they're grandfathered in, but now they have the opportunity to buy the permit.
I think EU 02 yet.
So,
The next section, temporary use structures, for general, temporary use structure for agricultural districts. I had a question about that. I intend on putting a agritourism business out there in the farmland outside of town. And an agritourism business in general, you know, has potentially all 4 seasons in production. And then you got plants that are in bloom or producing fruit or nuts or vegetables. All 4 seasons. And didn't break it. So the question I had is, where it says that valid for, 4 months in a year, something like that. A temporary use permit is valid for 4 months per year, maybe reissued for a 5-year period. Would I need to get, if I wanted to have year-round,
Then it would be
sales?
temporary.
Would I
It would be around.
need 3 of them? One per each,
It's gonna be a
That's where
permanent
just the
thing that you're-
home-based, permit would come in. Cause these are just temporary,
That's just
so I
temporary
would
use.
say that the home-based permit would come into
Your
effect
home-based
there,
business
right?
permit.
oh, it's zoned as agricultural, so it'd be under ag, not home based.
Well, I think,
I think the issue is it wouldn't be a temporary use permit.
Mm-mm.
This is just temporary use and
I
structure.
was gonna say,
Yeah, it would follow under that one.
I just say you need to make it a permanent.
The reason why it's temporary use is because it's allowed to put it up in the front and the right away, shall be removed.
Which under the home-based business, that agriculture is under that home-based business.
Yeah, you can have like the base
Area.
stands and stuff like that. So I just wouldn't make it a temporary structure. I'd make the permanent structure.
Well, permanent structures can't go, in the right of way, whereas these temporary structures can. Because they're inherently temporary.
so,
And so if I wanted to put the sign, like the little food sales part or whatever, near the road, like you see on Figure 1, it would need to be a temporary structure, so it would go into this section. The question really was, is could I do that all year round? Do I need one permit all year round or one permit for each 4 months all year round? So 3 permits in total. 5 years. Just trying to figure out.
But it's all under the same business? Or is it, okay. I would say.
I would say it'd go under that, cause that agriculture is under that.
It'd be one.
So I think it'd just be one.
I think you would have a temporary park, but you would have a permanent home business.
Well, outdoor display or storage of materials, okay.
Are you going to leave the stand up there all the time, or is it gonna be something that you move in and out to those things?
I was thinking having multiple ones that are named by the season. Like,
So it would be moved.
yeah, it's like,
so that falls up.
like you have all products, so these, things that harvest in the fall. I mean, yeah,
I think that would just be a home business,
What
but
is
you are switching out your,
Which one says that about the
yeah,
business?
front yard stand.
Right here on the
Cause where are
temporary
you gonna
one.
put all of those items when you're not using them at that season?
further back in the agricultural,
So you're gonna store them.
well, I mean, it is
That
farm
doesn't
equipment.
like that's.
It'll be on an agricultural lot.
I'm trying to help you. Does anybody have anything else on CU02 temporary uses and structures?
No patients shall be conducted entirely within the
Does
primary.
anybody have anything on CU03 temporary uses and
Within-
structures residential districts?
So, not to exceed. Outdoor display, display,
I don't really see that.
goods, supplies is prohibited.
You're gonna have to do something, Zebra. You're not gonna be able to do that.
Do what?
For your
Yeah.
home business, display and storage, outdoor display or storage of material, goods, supplies, or equipment is prohibited unless screened by a privacy fence.
We're talking about temporary use and structure, agricultural districts. As a
Yeah.
seasonal sale of farm products, the seasonal sale of farm products is permitted with the following requirements. Temporary use permit for 4 months, per year, may be issued for a 5-year period. Products sold shall be grown on the premise. The sales space shall be of portable seasonal construction and, stands shall be removed as long as, or so as to improve the setback line for permanent structures when not in use. As in, when I'm not selling stuff, I move it somewhere else.
And then further,
It's trying to
be a loophole.
CU04 says sales of seasonal items. In our ETJ zoning, we have the cart stand business in here as an acceptable item. So you're asking permit wise, how
Yes,
that would go.
how many permits do I need?
How many
They're only
permits?
valid 4 months per year.
I would say it wouldn't be a temporary use, that would be a home-based business, and that is allowable on agricultural and on residential. When we made this ETJ, those cart stands are included.
Okay,
So that would be a home-based cart stand business that would not require a temporary use structure permit.
Yeah,
That's the way I'm
that's
looking
the
at
way
it.
I see it.
and
Sure.
because it's acceptable in here.
I mean, otherwise you're
Yeah.
gonna be getting a permit every single time you wanna put your card out.
Yes,
So it'd be easier for you to do it as home-based
Awesome.
thing, but, and that's for agriculture, but.
farmers market. That's one of them, but there's a cart stand literally that we have on here because it's part of Auburn's. And we're talking with Chris. What did he call it? What's the word I'm looking for?
The grandfather, so he's not grandfather?
No, those cart stands, what they call them at DeKalb County,
I don't know,
because they allow them.
like farmer's market.
I don't know, I have no-
Are you being smart?
No.
Did you think he was being smart too?
For what?
I couldn't
Yeah,
think
that-
of anything else, so I don't know.
Stand for-
Oh,
I'm not very
Should have that.
helpful for that.
We keep, like, our verbiage keeps saying farmer's market. I would say it's something like that, but.
Yeah. The only trees we gotta do are the three that we, but it's not in the way of the power line, so it's not an issue. So that's why those trees have to be moved because of that power line. They won't move the power line and bury it.
Fishing collection clearance standards.
I didn't see anything on there when I read through it.
Go look in the drawer.
What are you looking for?
I was
Nothing.
looking for something else.
I had to stand up because I've been sitting for, all day at work. and-
Something. I wasn't trying to be rude. I thought I could help you with
It's
something.
like a,
Right now, had all the stuff for the audit moved in today,
There's
so.
a visual
don't have to
sign,
sit. They still have to be accessible to them. I just thought you guys.
Are they still here?
Yes,
They come and go. They're not here all the time. They're auditing like 3 different places. I asked to be audited early, so.
I know, but
Nothing.
we still pay for that, but right?
Only
when they're here. but it's,
Yeah, it's a lot. Okay, anybody have anything on historic standard?
No.
Okay, so that document is completely reviewed.
Well, let me see, I just got it. I was still on vision.
The design standards that I talked about before, those were the historic district. That's where it says that, alteration additions and new construction, shall be evaluated with materials. Exterior materials should be compatible with the character of the district. That materials must replicate historic elements considered. So, the things need to look right.
Yeah, but that's only in the ACO. Okay. So, I have a lot of people that want, permits. That's a lot.
I believe you.
So I did find previous document.
we don't really have to discuss that.
Permits.
No, the land for the auction, right? 'Cause
Okay.
it's just, he only wants 2 tracks. And there's a lot of.
You already split off that plat, multiple tracks. It's last sale.
But this is a new sale.
It's the same plat.
Well, then you call him because he's gonna call me again tonight or tomorrow morning for sure. Every day, every day.
Who's that?
The auction company wants to sell that land on 64. They've been trying to do this for
So,
how long?
so they have 3 plats and they want to sell it as 2.
No, they have one plat, and they want to.
They want to split it into 2.
Parcels off of it.
No,
They've already done-
Just
they
2.
want to put it in
But
2
they've already
tracks.
They already did that. There's already been multiple parcels. Or at least one parcel. Like, if you look at the,
Well,
overlay.
if there's already been only one, they
Then
only
they
want to
allow
do 2,
3.
and there's allowed to be 3.
Yeah, at least one.
I don't think.
And the question is the Ross, was that part of the Ross plat in the first place, and when they were replat? Because that would have been. the
He tried to tell me it wasn't even Lynn's land. And I'm like, you're talking about the land on the north side of 64? Yeah. But he called it somebody else's name and I was like, what? But they have the auction set for June 2nd.
Somebody just needs to do the research on, what the original plat was and how many times it's been parceled off. Because there are limits of where it needs to be platted.
Not talking about that one. I have, okay,
Oh.
first, everybody get emails from me. I know you didn't, but I got you fixed. Mary, did you get my emails?
Mhm.
And did you guys get them from permitting? Because I'm gonna start sending them from permitting. I have not added you or Mike to permitting yet.
I was gonna
The
say, I
rest
don't
of
think
you
it was
were in
that
the
one.
permitting. Yeah,
Okay.
it's not. It was just for me.
Okay.
It'll still come from me, but I'll just email it to permitting and it'll direct it to all of you. I just want to make sure that you guys got them, so that way I can make sure I'm distributing them correctly.
Okay, so I don't recall. The only, I got the attachment for the webinar
Okay,
and the attachment for the zoning.
perfect. I
paper.
sent them through the
Okay.
permit, so you're good there.
Oh,
It'll look like it's
oh,
just coming
So
from
I'm
me.
not looking for a permit.
No,
Okay, so
So-
the site you're sending them from says permit.
yes, we
Okay.
have an email distribution list that after tomorrow will include everybody's correct emails. That when I get something that has something to do with permitting, I will
Just
send
zap it
to
out.
all of you. It'll look like it comes from me, but it's going to go to all of you individually because it's permitting. And that will be where I direct people to apply for permits, so that way maybe I don't have to forward those to
Oh,
you.
cool, okay.
The goal.
Yeah, Smart.
Except for if you don't put somebody, then they don't get it. But we need to, there are some things that we're gonna have to decide during this meeting. One, when do you guys wanna meet?
Yes,
Right now, this sucks, but we'll get through it. It won't be like this forever. Mostly what it should be is I will be giving you guys permits. That was a lot of these.
yeah.
And, we just need to review them, make sure they follow the standards that are already passed, which will include this document once it's passed. And, make sure that we're good to allow it to happen, and if it doesn't follow the standards, then we just need to say that doesn't follow it and, tell them they need to follow the BZA information. So things that we need to
They
decide.
want to sell that as 2 tracks.
Are you guys comfortable with me as the clerk treasurer being the administrator for the
He's been
zoning board?
calling me every day.
Yes, please.
I nominate Zeb.
They have the
I'm just
auction.
kidding.
They want
I
to
second
advertise for
it.
6 weeks.
That decision
We're
or
already down
whatever.
to 1.
Okay, I just wanna make sure,
Okay.
because I'm doing all of this right now, just like thinking that that's probably okay with y'all. All right,
They have to.
I have other paperwork that I will get to you,
They've been
but
trying
I
to get a
do
hold of
need
me
one
for
of
a
these
while.
filled out by everyone. And most of
They
this
want to
information
make-
I
they
have
want to
for
buy us 2
everyone.
tracks.
Zeb.
So how often do we need to meet?
That's what we're
That
going
is
to
a very good
decide.
question.
Which one?
So, how often do you guys want to meet? I would say until we get to where this document is passed and we get the fees figured out at the town board, we can't approve things right now, which is what I'd
Right.
like to have done at the next. The next board meeting, the fees can't be done because it has to have a public board meeting and that's not 10 days away.
Here,
So if we
So
can
they approve.
decide,
so if they want to
If-
sell off again or whatever.
look at the county's
but
fee
we
structure
can't.
and decide what we'd like to recommend to the town board as a fee structure, I can publicize that and have it at our
They told me a
second
different name, but it is north of 64.
May meeting, and that way
So,
we could have a meeting then in June that we could actually pass these things.
Okay.
That'd be super great. Or maybe we can have a special meeting at the town board to just pass that one item, so that way we can do this. So,
My schedule is probably the worst one. Yeah, I work typically like
because they have to
either
get out.
12 or 3 p.m. till 9 p.m. And then on Saturdays and Sundays, they can schedule me anytime from 6 a.m. till 5 p.m.
okay,
So the only day I have guaranteed off every month, because I have another meeting that day, is the second Thursday of the month.
Of a
During-
full moon.
basically, I have a meeting that evening every month, so I know that that day is available every month. That's the only one I can really guarantee.
What?
Okay,
It's
second Thursday of the month, that would be May 14th.
That's not our meeting week.
I know it's not. Listen, we're just trying to schedule our next one. Until
Oh,
we
okay.
Are we
decide,
gonna meet in May or June?
I don't know. It's a group decision.
Oh,
Not
cause
fall.
before you said we couldn't meet till June, that's all I was
No,
asking.
so,
So the recommendation that came from the,
We're
from
voting him on it.
the
It won't be
county
on.
office.
We'll have too many in towns, right?
that
we'll have to
you
the
could-
next, yeah.
That you could.
We
But
still
listen,
won't have
when
too
is
many
that
in
on
town.
our- the town
If
board
you didn't
meeting?
have anything,
The first and third
Pass.
Tuesdays.
that makes sense? As in, if you have no permits that are being requested, like you
Yes,
want
and
monthly
then you have
meetings,
another
and then no permits were submitted during that time frame.
Pickle festival
Yeah, just-
meetings and, yeah.
Okay, so what we need done, if we can figure out what we would like to recommend to the town board on the fee structure at this meeting, then I would need 10 days and the third week board meeting would be the 19th before I could pass that, unless the board would have a special meeting that was 10 days out. Which 10 days out right now would be the 12th. And then we could start passing things. But, so the 19th is the second week board meeting. So what if we, as a board, met on the first week of the month on, is Thursdays work best for everybody? Wednesdays or Mondays, or what day of the week is the best for everyone?
Thursdays are fine for me.
Are we talking evening?
I mean,
Yeah,
sometimes it just depends.
I'm assuming
but-
everybody, it would be 5:30 or,
Mhm.
okay. If you can't attend, it's okay. If you
I
have
was
to
gonna
attend
ask what
virtually,
happened,
it's okay.
so you can attend virtually, like
Yeah,
if we have a
but you-
vacation or whatever, then.
But you
okay.
can't do it over 50%
Right.
of the year's worth of meetings.
Right.
Okay.
Do you want to grab the town's ordinance around that specific thing and then adopt that as the board? That way you can do it.
We're overseen by the town board, so the ordinances that the town board
Mhm.
has, we still follow for us,
I
right?
thought they were specific to the town board. Good question, for the lawyer.
I guess by talking about that, we have ordinance on different things and we want to have this in line with the town. We'd almost have to have all of our ordinances. And,
Sure.
100% long-term one.
so.
Why do you think I have so many papers that not everybody got?
this-
So I was trying to think of everything that would reference that you guys want to have information about.
Yeah,
So. Well, then let's just do that. I motion that we adopt the ordinances that the town of St. Joe has for meetings and violations in general that we're gonna follow for the zoning board and planning.
I second it.
All in favor?
That was taken care of.
So are you,
Mary, did you say
I
anything?
did,
Okay.
I'm talking like you guys do on Tuesday night.
That's fired.
Uh-uh, last Tuesday, everybody was yelling, we were real loud.
so I want to review the fee structure, but what if we met on? I'd like to keep it in line with the town board meetings.
Or at least the week, the Thursday before, don't you think?
No. Then I have meetings every week, multiple meetings every week.
Well, I'm just,
Yeah, me too.
If, I think as long as we have, so let's say if we did it the first
What would work
Thursday of
best
the
for
month,
you
Mary,
guys?
then we would
The
present,
same week.
I would just have
So
the
same
second
week?
meeting of the town boards,
You
that
have those
include
the
all of the
first and the
zoning board
Oh,
and
that would work.
permitting recommendations. So the second meeting would be our, everything that we would bring to the board.
which would be the 19th.
Yeah. Can we do June 4th?
I think
Didn't
that
she
I have a
say
game that
second?
day.
Or third,
I
Thursday.
can try and switch shifts if they
Oh.
switch shifts. if they schedule me wrong, they're usually pretty amenable. But they just don't have a set schedule at BioLife, so they just schedule me. Yeah, sorry. It's
So
okay.
you're available on Thursday.
The
The second Thursday of the month
Just the
is
second
the
Thursday.
only day I have guaranteed off because I have another meeting.
The Democrat meeting.
So
What time is that?
it's at, 6.
That's, so that's not gonna work either way.
Yeah,
Mm,
So
right.
if you guys need
Not
evenings,
5:30.
that also does.
Okay.
So I can just try and
Yeah,
make
'cause
as many as
either
I
way-
can by switching shifts.
How many
with
of you
people.
have one?
Yeah.
How many of us have to be here?
I vote for 4:30.
4 and 5 people. Just need 5 people.
I can
No,
As
actually
long as
make
we're
that.
done by 7:30.
Whether by virtual or by. Needs to be in person. Yeah. Okay, does anybody outside of Maddie have any conflicts with June 4th?
Not that I know of.
Not yet,
This is Thursday.
so I can put it on there. So hopefully she won't schedule.
So June 4th evening, right?
Yes,
That's a Thursday.
yes, ma'am. Okay, let's discuss,
What time is starting at?
the 5:30 work.
As long as you're bringing dinner, sure.
I thought you were bringing dinner, I was bringing paperwork.
We can all take turns.
Y'all don't want me bringing dinner.
Hey, after we
I'm
get
a horrible
everything
cook.
reviewed and passed through, these meetings should not be very long.
Right.
They should be like half hour and done.
Yeah.
It's
It
not,
should be.
seriously. Cause I should be bringing you the permits that have been applied for and they should be,
You're just
Mhm.
reviewing.
We shouldn't be this darn good looking, but here we are.
alright, so, another thing that I think we need to take care of is we need to choose a chair and a vice chair. Somebody needs to nominate somebody for that.
Well, what do they do? Like, what's the?
One would run the meeting, one would run the meeting if the other wasn't here.
June fourth.
Oh, God.
That's
I would
5:30.
point out that,
Right.
the Calcutta administrators, that they have 2 vice chairs, for that way, if either one of them is missing.
I think we could go by, somebody will run it.
Can we even do that yet? We don't even have
I was
everybody
gonna
here.
say, we only
We
have
have to have somebody that's
four
going to start the
board
meeting.
members here.
You have a forum.
We have a quorum.
But I'm saying like, what if the people that the commission send us want to be,
Quickly.
Seriously,
Oh, they're
if,
gonna send
if you don't
people?
wanna
Yeah.
make it and you want, think somebody else would be better, then we could just, somebody could just motion and say, hey, I think they would be a better chair.
Isn't there,
Yeah, you could nominate the people who aren't here if you know them. You can-
we don't know who they are. They haven't told us.
I have no idea.
Um,
Yeah.
You can always choose.
the
It's
con-
not like the president of the town board. You're running, so starting the meeting and talking.
Did we say June fourth at 5:30?
Yeah,
Do we do anything in May? Or
because
we-
nothing will get past all
We
this.
skipped,
all
okay.
this
I
we
just
gotta-
wanted to make sure I didn't miss.
I don't think we can do anything for that.
Right,
within
'cause
the-
May's- May's crazy already, so.
Two meetings sitting here with an extra.
Oh,
We
yeah.
added that whole thing.
Sounds like you're gonna say.
Convention.
Mike, do you
Are
want to
we
be
supposed
chair
to fill this out?
for this board meeting?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
you do not want me running anything.
All you have to do is,
Again,
I'll
you
do, I
do.
can do the chair.
okay,
or what
so I motion that Cloudy be the chair for the zoning board.
I
Yes.
second.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, we have a chair at least. Use the clicker.
But what? Oh, what you are?
You guys
Is
will-
today the first date?
You guys will vote on that?
Oh, all eyes?
I've got 2.
Is today the first day?
Is it today, the beginning of our term? Yes, I'm not even worried about that. I just pulled something randomly to get down, because I need the information to have on hand.
Does,
They're all
Susan
mine.
Pickering start before?
I swore I didn't last time.
Okay.
That's pretty much what they're filling out.
Oh, that's the fill in for, okay,
Not the swear in, but all of the documentation that I need for it.
okay. Swear in next time, maybe.
Well, we don't, We have to change something at the next meeting. So. I don't want to swear in people that are gonna be gone in that one and vice versa. All right, we have an administrator and we have a chair, so let's just go with that right now. Our next meeting is June 4th. Let's talk about fee structure, because if we can at least get something fee structure wise. So I'm gonna talk and you guys let me know. I'm gonna read this out loud. IoT improvement rotation permit is an official approved issued by, this would be changed, I'm going to read DeKalb County. DeKalb County that authorized project property owners to conduct, install, or replace improvements on a parcel of land within DeKalb County. And ILP ensures that proposed projects such as new homes, additions, garages, pole barns, fences, decks, swimming pools, and commercial and structural comply with local zoning ordinance setback requirements, floodplain regulations, and other county development standards before construction begins. This permit process helps verify that structures are placed in the correct location on the property, protect neighboring properties and property values, ensure safe and orderly community development, confirm placement with zoning and land use regulations. Property owners must obtain a ILP permit before starting construction or placing a structure on their property. Failure to secure an ILP prior to beginning work may result in penalties. Staff work orders or required modifications. For questions about your project requires an ILP, contact the DeKalb County Department of Development Services before starting work. The DeKalb County issues ILPs in incorporated parts of the county as well as the town of Ronan and Spencerville. Exceptions and ILP is not needed for the following: ground level pools, painting, paneling, new siding, gutters, downspouts, replacement, installation, window or door replacement of like size, storm windows, storm doors, roofing replacement, chimney replacement, cosmetic or aesthetic improvements, chain link or wired fences that do not provide a visual barrier, fence less to or equal to 4.5 feet tall, street, sidewalk, driveway. Driveways do require a permit from the highway department. So we're gonna change that to say none of that because the town of St. Joe would not be issuing any. Well,
Well, you're rolling. I was gonna say.
I forgot, I like the.
You still have that mile.
So, yeah, I'm gonna leave that.
Okay.
Okay, fee schedule. I think that we should have changed the fee schedule so that way we don't have square footage because we do not have an inspector to go and look at those. So,
You can let you can start that as part of your process.
I was gonna say, there's one.
You can hire an
Spencerville.
inspector.
can we utilize DeKalb County? Because I don't know where we're getting any money
If
to
you
hire.
if you got a contract with them. But it's totally on the town to identify who the contractor is and create a contract with them. I think you can probably get better rates by doing it that way, because we got a very limited space in which the need to go. Literally a mile from here, whereas the county person has their fee structures include, the cost of doing, having a vehicle almost every year to travel around, 100,000 miles.
Yeah, the last one we got was
I'd like to keep my
Spencerville,
words on that because
Exactly.
reading this, it says structures
block building.
including additions to existing structures. So structures 300 square foot or less is $30, structures greater than 300 square feet are $50. Industrial structures, we don't have any of those. Residential, private. I mean, in all honesty, we would be able to pass these items if at the next board meeting, the town board chose to temporarily follow the DeKalb County fee structures until we pass our fee structure. And then we would be able to issue these permits that are waiting and change it as we go.
Yes, I have
So
a
you're
question.
saying that, just so I understand, we can bypass that 10-day activity since we're not changing anything by accepting the existing county structure.
That's what I'm trying to do, yes. If we accept the fee structure that is already in place for our county as ours right now, then we would be able to issue all of these permits at their standards. And we can go in and lower or change them. That would be these moving off of our plate.
So do we have an actual, header and everything for ours?
I think she's just gonna repurpose that one.
I'm gonna make a resolution that the town of St. Joe, if you guys want to at the next board meeting, that the town of St. Joe for the zoning and planning board would like to follow the fee structure for DeKalb County.
But I'm saying it's a fee structure, but it's still under us. So
Yeah, yes,
It's going to be titled differently.
Yeah, so I think what you're asking is, we also need an administrator for that.
Mm-hmm.
Just the same way we have a water administrator.
Right.
We need an administrator for building.
For the zoning,
Yes.
yeah.
I have a question, some clarity. Are we using the county inspector or not?
That's a recommendation that board gets to pick, like, the board of Joe.
I think we need to get more information on that.
Well, what I'm going to say is all your other communities do use the county inspector. And the way, the way their fee operates is, and it still works now. We send people to the county to get their permit. County charges a fee. That fee reduces whatever the county would charge us for that inspector service.
I think that sounds great.
Okay? Just
Cost effective and
keep
it's done
folks
for personally.
informed. And then I went to the county office, got some copies of other towns' permits that they issued, and I found it interesting that actually, I was told that Butler double dips because they charge for a building permit, they charge for a land use permit, and when the folks go to the county, they're also charged for a land use permit.
Oh.
And just, but yeah, I have some samples here of Waterloo, Garrett, and Butler's permits, what they submit to the county.
We just use Auburn's.
If, that's all I printed off. So what I'm saying is if the town board at the next meeting, we're comfortable with adopting DeKalb County until we got ours done,
Geez,
then we would be able to pass these permits that are waiting. And if that was the case, then we should
So if
meet
we
in
pass
May so we can.
If we pass the permits, we
Yeah.
need to be ready for inspectors also, right?
if they're required, yeah.
Yeah.
And
But-
there's,
So we,
None of
at the
those
same
are-
meeting, we're going to have
we
to
don't-
decide.
These require, inspector,
Okay,
the ones that we have so far. Well, not even the,
Hold it. They're building things.
Rhonda, aren't they doing a whole new house now?
I was gonna say, somebody's building a barn and somebody is doing a house.
Oh,
So the town board with me,
I think it's
do,
oh,
the
that's
town
right.
would need,
Still needs
forgot about
inspected. Still
the
needs,
town board would need to decide if they are fine with us using the DeKalb County fee structure until we put in place our own. And utilizing the
inspectors.
inspector until we either choose to change these two things or not. But what that's gonna do right there is one, and after
Open it
10 days,
It'll
if
open
this
it.
is already something that's passed and we are in DeKalb County.
Mhm.
And we can then, if you guys can meet in May, that first Thursday of the month, or, yeah. Are you
Well,
guys
the
just
meeting's
comfortable with
not
saying
until
we're
the
meeting on the
19th,
first
is
Thursday?
it? Or,
Our first meeting is the
The
5th.
fifth,
oh,
so they would pass their stuff and then we could meet. Are you guys just comfortable with saying that the zoning board would meet on the first Thursday of the month at 5:30?
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
Are you guys comfortable with saying that the zoning board would meet on the first Thursday of the month at 5:30? That would be like our normal meeting.
right. Mm-hmm.
Not this,
Oh, so I
Not
have
on
a
the 7th.
question.
not on the 7th.
It's on the
That's what I'm
fourth,
asking,
right?
can we meet on the 7th?
No, well, that's next week.
Yeah, but if you guys, if the town board.
Well, the rest of you can, but I can't. be there.
Friday?
No.
I drive on Fridays.
No weekends.
Yeah, no.
Hey, it's not a weekend.
Friday is. I'm not meeting here on the eighth.
We have 5. 1,
My
2,
birthday.
3, 4,
I'm not
5.
going to be
You can
here.
meet Thursday, this coming Thursday?
Would you have a Mother's Day to attend?
She can't this.
Huh?
Mother's Day dinner, that thing, that weekend?
Oh, I have no idea.
That's Mother's Day weekend.
Yeah, my
Oh.
birthday is also next weekend.
My anniversary.
No offense, but I'm not going to be here. Well, we have a game that night anyhow.
We all have to do
Is
on
that
break.
fine? No, that's this weekend.
Okay, Missy can't attend on the 7th. Can anybody else attend on the 7th?
I think I
I
can.
can.
7th of May.
Yeah, next
Next
Thursday,
Thursday.
basically.
Outside of the 7th, Missy, are you able to attend the first?
I should
Thursday
be able
of the
to,
month?
yes.
Okay, so are you guys comfortable with me just saying, we're gonna have meetings on the first
Yes.
Thursday of
Yeah,
every
I
month?
think that's.
That way we don't have to do this every single meeting.
Yes.
That's correct.
Yeah, I was assuming it was the first
Yes.
Thursday.
I will, yeah.
Just asking.
That's why I need to know what.
I was assuming it was the first
Oh,
Thursday, I
yeah,
guess.
that was for.
The first Thursday of every month.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I meant. Yeah. Outside of this Thursday.
Yes.
Okay. So,
So if we do the fees and
section 5.
the
Building
whatever,
inspector.
Inspector.
the inspector, thank you. Like, are people not gonna have to go, like, to Auburn to get a building permit?
To my understanding, that is correct.
Okay,
But I
Everything,
am not a zoning professional. But when we were meeting with Chris, that was my understanding.
okay,
But
the way-
I'm not trying to be an expert by any means.
Everything,
No,
everything interface wise
I
with
forgot.
with the residents
they might have told me.
could be
the first
done
time.
locally here. Even
Okay.
if we need to go get it recorded.
But I need to get on
At the town, with the county. that
They
can be
said
done
or
on
first thing in
our
the morning.
okay.
Oh, but you gotta work in the morning.
That was one of the original things that we were trying to achieve is
You get a break.
everything locally is doing things locally.
Okay.
And
I did
and
not
I do
know that.
record the meeting and I will add you guys to the team. So if you, and you can download Teams, you can go in and watch it. Okay, so. We have a chair, we have administrator, we've looked through and I'm gonna make the changes and recommend this to the town board, our changes to Article 5. And I will recommend to, as long as everybody's comfortable with it, recommend temporarily using DeKalb County street structure and their, inspector, so that way we can approve these permits. So I'm going to scan in all of the permit documents and start emailing them to you. Would you all like paper copies?
Is it possible to have a book here that has them? So. we
As long as
can come
somebody
here
takes
and
it
look?
out, yeah.
I mean, you guys okay with that? Where there's a
Mhm.
master book here? that
And you're
we
gonna
just come in
email
and-
them, yeah, I don't need more paper.
That's my thing.
I just need your papers that you guys filled out. back
You're,
in the-
you're saying come, you have access to the building. What about folks who don't have access to the building?
They voted me.
Do they want their water here? I mean.
Well, I
That's what she said,
nominated
like she
you,
was gonna
but
email them.
nobody else.
I think
But
you were
he's
the
saying he
pastor.
wants
He
book
said it.
here to
For
look.
him,
Yeah,
but do
Just for
you
you.
want?
Well, it
she
could be
said-
for anybody.
But she said, do you want yours
I don't
Right now, I
printed?
think that's okay.
Oh,
No,
So.
email is fine as long as I can look and
Modify
print.
that.
So what were you worried about? Randy? I'm just asking to have a
No,
book
I
here.
was-
Like I said, I'm like, I'm
I
probably
like
I was
when-
concerned about access.
You know.
If anyone else wanted to do that, access to the building. Don't
We
get,
could probably
Come to a
do
board.
call.
Don't get-
if she wanted them printed, then,
Call.
if they wanted them printed, she could print them and like,
Sure,
take the time to get them to
Make
them.
recommendations or something.
Or they could
I
come in and look at that
asked the
certain
question,
time.
everybody chill.
Maybe.
No,
So what I can
Well, I'm just
do,
saying, like, if you didn't want them emailed,
well, no, I'd
Did
rather have the
everybody-
email because,
you
everybody,
can look at them.
yeah.
yeah.
I don't mind making copies. If you'd like a copy, then what I can do is I will just have everything that first week that I have. If you let me know you want a copy, I'll just make a file folder. You can pick it up if you want to review it before Thursday.
Okay.
Or I can throw it in your front yard like a newspaper, but it might be on Friday.
Email's fine.
Okay, I just need these papers back.
And then book.
Yes.
Thanks.
And
Like the
real
newspaper.
quick, we have to officially do this. So I motion that we suggest to the town board that we'd like to use DeKalb County's fee structure and engineer until a fee structure has been set up by the town of St. Joe
Building inspector,
building inspector.
I second that motion. All in
All-
favor?
Aye.
All right, hey, we're already here. Can we just approve it now?
I wish.
You're
And
done.
did anybody else have anything else they want to discuss at this meeting? I motion that we close the meeting?
A second.
Aye.
Randy, you want to call them right now?
Hold on.
I'm gonna call them and hopefully they'll answer.
They will. They were waiting for the phone call.